vertical gardens are coming up in urban areas promoting food safety. These gardens use little space. Farmers and vegetable lovers can make the best out of it. At JKUAT, young entrepreneurs from the horticulture department have worked on more structures that use less space to gain more.
We have an association, a student association, referred to as Horticultural Student Association. This association here, we are comprised of students both from agriculture and the food security department and also the agriculture. What we're doing here is we're trying to embrace farming, mostly for the youth. Normally, many youths are running away from farming just because they're afraid of dirtifying their hands, or it's much to do with casual labor, or most probably engaging. So we're trying to solve the problem whereby we are producing food to those guys in the urban centers, helping them produce their own food, their own clean foods in terms of food security, whereby you might find guys being affected by those chemicals or foods that are being produced to them. They don't know where it comes from, what has been done to them. So we are trying our best to make them at least know where the food they're getting is coming from, or they were observing the whole process. We're trying to commercialize our project, whereby we are not selling information, but providing information to farmers, young farmers like us, and we are making sure that they embrace farming as a whole. Here, normally we have seedlings. We have a seedling propagation unit, and we have come up with a way whereby, in terms of sweet potato, we have managed to bring cuttings, get seedlings of sweet potato vines. The traditional way of planting sweet potatoes normally was you use a 1 meter vine, long vine, just to produce 2 or 3 plants per vine. Now what we did here, we used the one nodal cutting. This is a nodal cutting. This one nodal cutting will be able to get you these seedlings. After you get these seedlings, we put it in the cocoa pit. Cocoa pit is a soilless media. It's very porous, inert, has no fertilizer, has no fertility. So we put it into it. It roots. After it rooting, you are able to replant it. And here is a box, a styrofoam box. On the same concept of solving the problem of food security, what we do here is we are enabling those farmers in the urban centers at least get their own sweet potato vines. The sweet potatoes actually, normally we do obtain them from the rural areas. So here in the urban centers, we are trying to make them embrace. They can produce the sweet potatoes on just a simple box like this. Then here we have a packing crate. We've managed to plant onions, which goes in hand with tomatoes, also while you're cooking. So we have tried here, we are producing onions on such a crate. Also there are strawberries here. These strawberries here, normally they require clean planting materials. They don't have to be soiled on the ground, so you have to at least put them in a clean planting material. So here's the styrofoam box, and we have PVC pipes. These are vertical garden consisting of locally available materials. These PVC pipes, there's a gutter here, and there's an irrigation system known as a drip irrigation system. This drip irrigation system is water saving and also time observant. You will need only a bit of time, probably 5 minutes for you to open the water for it to run. Also, it's less laborious, because once you fix the drip irrigation system, the only thing you need to do is fill water at the reservoir, like you've seen there. There's a reservoir there. You just fill water, then open it at certain intervals. Whenever the plant needs water, that's when you open it. This capillary wick irrigation system, it works as the older lamp, normally known as the koroboi, whereby there's a sense whereby it pulls water from the reservoir into the media of the plant. The main advantage of this capillary system is there won't be any leaching of nutrients compared to the normal soil planting of the grounds. Also, it's water saving. The plant will only take water that it needs. It goes for roughly 4,000 shillings, because the main part is you observe at the kind of materials you're using. For these PVC pipes, a 6 meter PVC pipe goes for about 750 shillings. And for the drip irrigation, a meter of irrigation, a drip line will go for 11 shillings. That means here we've used about 20 meters of the drip lines. The media we're using here, they will use a mixture of cocoa peat, a mixture of soil, manure, and sand in a ratio of 3:2:1.
Not much is known about snail consumption in Kenya apart from snail dishes in selected high-end restaurants. With the ongoing value addition project on edible snails at JKUAT, it will now be possible to get snail meat, snail eggs, snail cream, and bio-snail organic fertilizers. The project is led by Dr. Paul Kinoti, a lecturer at the JKUAT Horticulture Department. Ivy Rose, a student, tells us more on this project.
We're trying to look for people to be able to adopt this way of farming as a source of various products. There are various industries that are being targeted for the same. So the process is very simple. We are using locally available resources to be able to farm them. All you have to do is get a housing material, an example of this. The snails, you feed them with fruits and vegetables. You also provide a source of water, keep changing them. What they do is once they reach adult or rather maturity, they lay eggs which hatch after 1 month, which later on mature after about 6 months. There are a variety of snails. The only edible one here in East Africa and Kenya is this. It's called the African giant. Scientific name is Achatina fulica. We also have other varieties that are edible, but not here right now. They prefer a humid environment, free from hot, so it should be technically just a humid environment and a low temperature. As long as you are able to protect them from predators, they go with a kilo. A kilo goes for 3,500. That is adult, which is enough to start off. We have a variety of products. First and foremost, we have the meat. They are eaten as food. 2, we have creams and soaps. Now the creams and soaps are extracted from the slime. The cream is 100% the slime. 50 ml goes for 2,000. What happens is that they're kept in, we use a machine called the Mueller 1 machine, where they're placed into and excrete the slime. This can be done thrice a week from one snail or from several snails. Then for the soap, a lower concentration of the slime. This is 30% slime, 30% aloe vera, and other anesthetics. Yes, that is all about the slime. Then we have the shells. The shells are used, one, for beauty. They're used to treat water because of the ability to trap heavy metals. They're also ground and used as livestock feed for chicken and fish because of the high calcium content. And lastly, because again of the high calcium content, they are ground and fortified with compost to make organic fertilizers. So for those crops with a high calcium demand, it's a very good fertilizer. And also most soils in Kenya have a problem with calcium. So the availability of calcium enables other nutrients available for the crops. It's slow right now, but there's that increase. So we have a kind of trend that is actually increasing. We have people accepting it. But the rate is slower. We are hoping that in the near future, we will have more farmers adopting the farming. It is not tiresome. All you have to do is keep feeding them, clean them. That is all, providing the protection from. The environment is very important. So the predators and the environment, that is all. For example, if it's in this structure, you have to keep cleaning because you see when you feed them with fruits and vegetables, we have other fruits decomposing and attracting insects like Drosophila. So other microorganisms may be harmful to them, which will affect the growth. It is a good business opportunity, targeting the various industries. A kilo of snail meat is for 1 kg goes for 3,500. The cream 50 ml goes for 2,000. The soap goes for 250 because of the lower concentration. The fertilizers will depend on the components that are present in the fertilizer. The oils and soap they are actually both medicinal and cosmetic. So they don't affect the skin. They have very many properties. For example, the anti-aging, they believe to have anti-aging properties. They heal acne, they heal black spots. It's also a good sunscreen. About 5,000 to 10,000 is good enough because you don't necessarily have to have this. All you have to do is get the seeds, which are the first lot of snails, the feeding, and the water and cleaning.
Biogas is a renewable energy that is cost-saving. There are different types of biogas systems available to many homesteads countrywide. JKUAT has also come up with a portable biogas system that can be transited with a longer shelf life.
Biogas is a gas that we get from any organic waste, but the main process that we get through is anaerobic respiration. And biogas has a lot of advantages because it's affordable. You can use it biogas for cooking. There's a byproduct called biosilari. It's very good fertilizer. So there are a lot of benefits from biogas production. So normally our systems are portable. You can carry these systems. We have a lifespan of 25 years for these systems to operate. We normally do after sales for our clients when they acquire these systems. And we are located at Jomo Kenyatta on the BED workshop. The process normally begins from the cow dung. You mix it with water, you pour it inside the system. So when you pour it inside this system, it's normally take retention time is 7 days for the gas to be produced. From that 7 days, we'll get biogas. So from this plant, biogas is directed to the gas bag. Here is when the gas is filled with methane gas. So as gas is being produced, there will be two byproducts. There's the gas and also the biosilari. Biosilari is fertilizer that we use for our own crops or our own farm garden. So apart from the biosilari, here we have the gas that is in the gas storage bag. So we direct this gas to the user location. This normally was a charcoal jiko that we have converted it to use biogas. So here we are using biogas on this charcoal jiko. It has a valve, and we have really tried to make it, the loss of heat, we have really reduced here. So if you want to release the gas, just open the valves. Then after that, you can just see the flame. It's a blue flame, and it's here we are using clean energy from waste to energy. The digester normally take 15 kgs of dung. You mix it with water. The ratio is 1:1. If it is 1 kg of dung, 1 liter. 15 kgs, 15 liters of water. If one exists, the gas production level will decrease. If there's a lot of solid, there will be accumulation of scum in the digester. The material used, it was treated with UV, and that can protect from harsh climates, so it can last for almost 25 years. They are supposed to keep away from open fire. Yeah, they are supposed to fence, maybe from those animals that just run around. These systems normally cost for 58,000 Kenyan shillings. For installation, we require a space of 2 meters by 6 meters.
During the opening of the ceremony of the ASK Trade Fair, the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, had the opportunity to visit the JKUAT stand and was impressed with the technology and innovations from this university.
In fact, from this, yes, Your Excellency, there is a report about 180 million euro on cosmetic industry in Italy.
From this?
From the slime alone. I'm telling you, there is a lot of money.
What are you talking about?
Wonders.
The whole box here, and if there are 30 snails here, you only invest 30,000.
30,000?
6 months to come, you are ready to get the, to harvest this, you get this money, and you get millions from there, so there's money in it.
So this 30,000 investment
Yes.
gives you a return of what?
Almost more than 3 million.
Yes.
3 million, because they lay egg.
Do you know what you're saying?
Yes.
of water. We actually use like 5 liters in a month. Hii ni cotton wool. Hii wanakunywa maji ndani, pia wanapata
eggs are there.
the eggs are here, the yellow ones are
Ni tamu sana.
ni tamu kabisa. So, would you like it? Yes, it's very good.
Thank you for staying tuned to Agri Expo. For more insights, continue watching KTN Farmers TV. Share your feedback via our SMS platform 22071.